My organisation is the Community Relations Commission, which has been set up by the Parliament of New South Wales, State of Australia. Its main objectives is to promote community harmony in a multicultural society, to promote the objectives of cultural diversity, and also to assist government agencies in maximising the benefits of cultural diversity for the benefit of all people in New South Wales. Well, multiculturalism is the word that our legislation uses, and that refers to a multicultural Australia. In our case, the legislation is pretty clear. It uses 4 parameters or 4 identifiers, and that is, or those 4 parameters are ethnicity, race, religion, and language spoken. So culture, I guess, is defined for the purposes of our legislation and our function in terms of anything that's based on language, ethnicity, religion, or race, or a mixture of those. I think when we talk about principles of multiculturalism, there are 4 significant aspects of those principles, and that is acceptance of diversity, in other words, acceptance of difference of religion, race, language, and ethnicity. It is about ensuring participation of people in not only government activities, but also in all aspects of social activity, be it political, economic, legal, artistic, and also it is about making sure that that kind of cultural diversity is recognized as an economic asset. In that context, of course, when the difference is not seen as a barrier, there would be a very positive environment conducive for the mixing of those cultures and for extracting the best of those cultures, and hopefully, and in practice, we've seen those different cultures in East and West, as you said it, working together for the betterment of the whole of society. In addition to that, Australia is a multicultural society in terms of its demographics. Virtually every country in the world is represented in our society. Every ethnicity, every religion is represented here, and we are seeing a lot of mixed marriages. Now, to me, mixed marriages is a meeting of cultures. It is about creating a new cultural dimension in our society, and we're seeing a very positive development in that area as well. I can say with a lot of confidence that public policy in Australia, particularly in the state of New South Wales, is seen as best practice in the world. I can say that with confidence because I get people from many countries coming to see us, and they specifically ask to come to the Community Relations Commission to find out from us what our policies are and how we put those policies in practice. We have had very high level representations from Japan, for example, over a number of years, who've come to study us, who've come to seek our advice, and in one particular case, when it applies to local government, Japanese Department of Local Government has sought and obtained our permission, which we gave quite happily, for them to translate and reproduce our guidelines for local government. In other words, Japan has in some ways copied our policy on multiculturalism as it applies to local government. That's a great compliment to this state and to this country. We've had only recently a very high delegation of people from England, which was organized by the Defense Academy there. And the constitution of that delegation included very senior military people from a range of countries, from the Middle East and from Europe, who were very interested in how we deal not only with cultural diversity, but issues of racism and discrimination. Well, to be successful, we have to be very much aware of our environment, both locally and internationally. And therefore, as far as we can, we do follow events in other countries, overseas, in the area of not only public policy on multiculturalism and how governments deal with cultural issues, but also in terms of any conflicts which may arise in other countries based on religious, ethnic, or racial or linguistic differences. So it is very important for us to be aware of what is happening internationally. It is also important for us to know what other countries are doing. For example, there's some excellent initiatives in places like Canada and the United Kingdom, and it's important for us to know that. For example, the recent statement by the Chancellor of Germany about multiculturalism created a lot of responses and debate in Australia. I think she was not misquoted, but quoted out of context. But it's important for us to know how other countries deal with cultural issues so that we can either modify or probably counter some of the negative influences which may flow from that. Well, it's very gratifying for people who work in this organization. The staff of the Community Relations Commission are highly dedicated people. A lot of times they work late into the evening and sometimes we have to chase them out of the place. But what is more gratifying is to see that government and the opposition parties appreciate the work of this commission. And we have a lot of support from communities, not only migrant communities, but also from mainstream, for want of a better word, Anglo-Saxon and other mainstream organizations who always come to this commission to seek advice or to seek support in terms of communicating with migrant communities. We also have a program, a successful program called the Multicultural Marketing Awards, which recognizes private enterprise and also government agencies who have used either the cultural diversity of their staff or who have used or who have identified opportunities in terms of providing services or marketing their products to people based on cultural difference or based on cultural aspects. And those awards, which have been running now for 20 years, are so well sought after that we get some really big names nominating or putting in their products or their projects for evaluation and with the hope of getting the awards. And those names include the American Express, McDonald's, Microsoft, and others, international names. Well, I think what we probably could do with a little bit more is more funds, and anyone who hears this will say, oh, well, here we go again. But I guess that is the bottom line. You need resources to do more. What we could do more with is probably more publicity and more recognition by the media. But of course we know that media is about news, and sometimes bad news takes precedence over good news, and we're the good news people. And I guess on many occasions I say, well, if you didn't hear about what we did, it means we've been successful. Well, what I would suggest is that Australia is welcoming of different cultures. We appreciate the value of other cultures, but the important thing is that whenever someone engages in a cultural activity, then that person must ensure that he or she tries to involve people of different cultures in their activities.